we're diving into the incredible story of the day of Pentecost, a pivotal moment in Christian history that transformed the early church. This event, described in the book of Acts, marks the dramatic arrival of the Holy Spirit and the birth of the Christian mission. Let's walk through what happened on that extraordinary day. The disciples were gathered together in one place, likely in Jerusalem, when suddenly the atmosphere changed. A sound like a violent wind filled the entire house where they were sitting. It wasn't just any breeze. This was a powerful, unmistakable presence that commanded attention. As if that wasn't awe-inspiring enough, what happened next was truly miraculous. The disciples saw what appeared to be tongues of fire that separated and came to rest on each of them. Can you imagine the scene? These visible manifestations of the Holy Spirit must have been both terrifying and exhilarating. But the miracles didn't stop there. Let's explore the most astounding part of this event. All of the disciples were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages. This wasn't gibberish or nonsense. They were speaking real, recognizable languages that they had never learned before. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. At that time, Jerusalem was filled with God-fearing Jews from all over the known world. When they heard the commotion, a crowd gathered, utterly bewildered. Why? Because each person in the crowd heard the disciples speaking in their own native language. The diversity of this crowd was remarkable. We're talking about Parthians, Medes, Elamites, and residents of Mesopotamia, Judea, and Cappadocia. There were people from Pontus, Asia, Phrygia, and Pamphylia, Egypt, and parts of Libya near. Even visitors from Rome were present, both Jews and converts to Judaism, as well as Cretans and Arabs. Can you imagine their amazement? They were hearing uneducated Galileans fluently speaking in languages from across the empire. The crowd was in awe as they heard these disciples declaring the wonders of God in their own tongues. This miraculous event left the onlookers amazed and perplexed. They couldn't help but ask each other, "What does this mean?" It was clear that something extraordinary was happening, something that would change the course of history. The day of Pentecost marked the beginning of a new era, where the message of Jesus would spread beyond cultural and linguistic barriers. It was a powerful demonstration of God's desire to reach all people, regardless of their background or language. Thanks for joining us in exploring this incredible moment in Christian history.